Hello peeps and hello peppers and welcome to Soul Sunday, which shall be running today just as long as it takes for this bus to arrive. Uh, I just finished church and actually like on my way to church I read this like really let's say funny, not funny thing on social media about a child with multiple, also intellectual disabilities, getting interested in a Bible. And like the adult non-disabled person who wrote this wrote something of the type like how name of child connected to God, but I accidentally read, because like the sun was like shining into my eyes, how God contacted this child. And actually I would say that made my day, because let's say, okay, I don't want to ramble about religion all too much, because I know that not everybody identifies with this, but to me this had a certain significance in my childhood, because okay, you can exaggerate everything, but I also had my good moments with like singing with other children, and like actually like also having the feeling like the song would reach better to God. And then we had this song, if I was a butterfly, then I would be thankful that I can fly, something of the type. So yeah, and actually someone said like praying is like having a phone call with God. So I found that fun, and I liked that feeling that I wasn't alone. And I also liked that feeling of, okay, little Frida, God likes you the way you are. Like that some people who adhere to the way they interpret God then didn't like me, or also even misused my disability for an ideology. That's another topic. But today it's, as the priest reminded us, officially the day where the sun has its highest point of the year. Like my heathen friends then tell me this is sort of harvest time, and this priest also reminded us that like in Lithuania there is a 5-day feast to the effect when the sun is at its highest point. Of course, in Iceland, people also tend to say, okay, and from tomorrow it's getting like gradually darker again. Like due to Iceland's proximity to the pole, you see that like faster declining than in Europe. Actually, that's the only thing that I like about Christmas, also called Vetrarsólstöður, like the winter depth thingy, the winter deepest point of the sun, whatever, because like right after Christmas every day gets a couple of minutes longer. So tonight I actually have the plan to go see the midnight sun, have a good rest during the day, so I can really find a good spot to see the midnight sun. I probably can't photograph it because I don't have the equipment for it, but spoiler, I think it's actually lighter like a short time before midnight. Okay, we should be thankful that this system of removing small particles from my nose works. It says 3 minutes on this display in the bus shelter. Time statements here should definitely mostly be taken with a grain of salt. Sort of like the sun is sometimes like a minute too early, the bus can be a minute too early or 10 minutes too late, or you don't know that. And actually, I don't blame individual people for that, but I'm still advocating for clearer communication, how that is like with construction areas, with new bus lines, with new manners of paying for the bus. That is like mostly all electronic by now. But for instance, it's my understanding that when they get these new longer buses, that I see, that I believe it when I see it, huh? This is not very much intact with religion. I really have to see it to believe it. Yeah, because that has been like a back and forth for many years now, and the new majority in the city council are more of the car people. And don't misunderstand me. The cars have to go somewhere too. Uh, but actually, especially as a foreigner who can't like randomly buy a car, and especially as a person who cannot drive because like my synapses in the brain don't react fast enough. And I don't think the police people would enjoy that if I, like, let's say, actually would bump into the car in front of me and then tell them, like, okay, my eyes haven't adjusted quite yet. Yeah, so I have to take the bus, and actually, here comes the bus. A miracle! Yeah! Okay, I wish you a miraculous day. Bye bye!